Hi everybody, this week I'll show you how to make an HTTP GET request in an Angular application. First I'll briefly explain the concept, then I'll do a hands-on practice. At the end of this video, you'll be comfortable with fetching data from an API with your Angular application. Let's start with it. I'd like to talk about HTTP. So we have two definitions here, client and server. Client is not limited to but including browsers that we use every day, and the server is also not limited to but the sources that feeds the client with data. Whenever someone hit enter to reach a website, your browser sends a request to related server to retrieve the website. Then server processes this request and responds by sending the data to the client. Then the website appears on the screen in an ideal situation. This interaction is defined by Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. HTTP has several methods defined. The most common ones are GET for retrieving data, POST for submitting data, PUT submits but replaces an existing resource on the server, PATCH submits and partially modifies an existing resource, and DELETE deletes an existing resource on the server. Now I'd like to show you which data exactly we will fetch in this practice. I've already created an endpoint at JSON-bin.io with my mock data. As you can see, we have a JSON object including two properties. Channel name is a string which is IT full ahead, and videos array which is the list of my previous videos. What we will do is fetching this JSON object and simply rendering the channel name and video list in our browser. But before all of that, we should make sure that we check and understand the API reference, which guides us about the usage of this specific API. I already see here access URL, in other words API endpoint, and for further details I'm going to click on API reference. Here you can see several API documentations. Ours is bins API. Since in this example we will do a GET request which corresponds to the read operation, I'm going to click on read. Here you can see all kind of details about read operation. Definition of access URL which they already gave us. Request type GET, and this is important, the request headers. It's mentioned here, secret key is an optional header. It is required when you need to read a private record. Since I created my data as a private bin, JSON-bin.io provided me a secret key which I need to use with GET request. Otherwise, API will not return my mock data with 200 success code, but instead it will return 401 unauthorized with an error message, need to provide a secret key to read private bins. Now I'll check my secret key from previous tab. When I click on my profile icon and API keys, so this is my secret key. We'll use it afterwards. Let's go back. Let's roll up the sleeves. As a prerequisite, I've Angular CLI installed, a new Angular project initiated, ngserve command has been run, and I have my browser opened on localhost 4200. First I will clear the template by deleting everything inside app component HTML. Save. My template was cleared. Now I will start with importing the Angular HTTP client module into my app module. I need to add it into imports array. Now I will create a component to show the list of videos. Switching to my terminal, creating a new instance, ng generate component video list. Enter. Video list component has been created and added to app module automatically. Now I'm going to create a service to handle the API interaction, and then I'll be able to use this service inside the video list component. ng generate service shared services data. This will create a shared folder and a services folder and a data service. Now we can see both our newly created component and service in the sidebar. Now I'm going to switch to my data service and import the HTTP client service. Import HTTP client. I will inject it into this service by adding it into constructor private HTTP client, HTTP client. Now I'm going to create a method that will fetch the data. Get video data will return an observable of an object. Return this HTTP client service and get method over it. It will return any for now. Now I need to pass two arguments into this get method. First one is endpoint and the second one is HTTP headers. I will create those as private properties. Private endpoint string, private secret key, which I will pass into HTTP headers, and private HTTP headers. An object has headers property, new HTTP headers instance, and I will pass secret key, which is this secret key. HTTP headers was added automatically into imports from Angular Common HTTP by my IDE. Now I need to find out endpoint and secret key. I return to the JSON bin IO. Here is the endpoint copy. I will paste it here. I will check the secret key to my profile, API keys. Here's the secret key, copy key, and paste it here. I see observable is complaining. I need to import it from RxJS. And I will pass endpoint and HTTP headers, this endpoint, this HTTP headers. Now I can expect that HTTP client get method will return my whole JSON object whenever I call get video data. Now I'm going to add video list component into my app component. I will go to the video list component to see the selector name. I will copy it and go to the app component HTML and use it here. Whenever I save it, and I can see video list component is being rendered properly. Now I will inject my data service into my video list component. Now I will import the data service from shared services, data service, and I will inject it, private data service, and I will create a public property for async pipe, public video data with $, because it will be an observable and optional, observable of an object. It complains because I need to import observable from RxJS. The next thing is I will assign data service get video data method to video data property inside ng-oninit. This video data, this data service get video data. Now I'm ready to use video data public property inside my template with an async pipe. I will delete this one and create a div instead. This div will have an h1 tag for channel name and an unordered list for video list and list items into it. So this is my template structure. Now I can use async pipe, asterisk ngIf video data pipe async as video data. Now I will check my JSON structure. So we have channel name property and videos array. Inside h1 I will use channel name inside interpolation, video data, channel name. and inside the list I will use ng4 let video of video data videos, and inside list elements interpolation video. When I save it, I see my channel name as an H1 element, and an unordered list consists of my videos. That was a basic GET request via HTTP client. Simple, isn't it? Let me know about your questions in the comment section below. Your feedback always appreciated. Thank you for watching.